What's going on, guys? This is the Red Rogue here with another speed leveling video. This time we'll be looking at Mists of Pandaria. Honestly, I like Pandaria. I think it's pretty, and I liked the zones a lot, but it's not everybody's favorite expansion. And even if it is your favorite expansion, if you have an ult you want to get up to max level so you can start grinding Mythic Plus or just getting things ready for Shadowlands, it can be nice to get to max level quickly. So that's what this little series I'm doing is supposed to help at least find easy ways to get to max level. They may not be 100% the fastest ways, but they'll save you a lot of headache, and it's sometimes a little bit different of a way to get to max level than you would think. So for this time around, I've decided I'm going to use War Mode because not only do you get the XP bonus, but it allows you to get extra talents or buffs. So having things that make your leveling process faster, like getting haste procs or having free pistol shot procs. This is just for rogues, or at least for outlaw rogues. Every class, I'm sure, has some very good PvE-oriented war mode talents. So anything that helps you level faster, movement speed, stat buffs, procs, cooldown reduction, things like that, that always helps. Getting ganked doesn't help, so it's kind of something, if you don't want to use war mode, you don't have to. The 10% XP is nice, but it's not like make or break. This time around, I already had my Demon Hunter I used heirlooms on, so I have plenty of leather heirlooms. This is my original rogue that literally never got played after I switched over to a different server. So I decided he'd be a good example of how quickly you could get from 80 to at least 100. I'm going to plan on using him for Mists of Pandaria and for Warlords of Draenor, as I already have my Legion video up. So we're going to use one of our pink potions. We have our War Mode buff on, we have the Winds of Wisdom buff on. As you can see, I'm already 111 and a half. I'm already 81 and a half. Because I decided to do the intro quest chain right here in Pandaria. Because it's really quick, really easy XP. I was at 80 when I started it, literally got a level and a half from it. I do have rested XP, so that affects it a little bit, but if it's a character you haven't been playing much, leaving him parked helps you get rested XP, which helps you level faster, and it lets you kind of alternate between characters. So if you have multiple characters you're trying to get to max level, it's actually more beneficial to park them once your rested XP runs off, or once you're done doing a certain thing, or even once you just get tired of leveling that character, you want to do something on a different character. So that's how I see it, at least. So for Pandaria, I'm going to do something a little different. I believe this is something not a lot of people remember, or if they do, then good on you, because I didn't until recently when I started leveling other characters up, is the Treasures of Pandaria give a lot of XP. Like, a lot. I do recommend getting the add-on HandyNotes, which has one for every expansion. It has like multiple different HandyNotes for each type of content, but you want the one for Treasures of Pandaria. So let's see if I can get my map to not be stupid. Okay, finally. Jeez. I hate when it does that. Okay, that looks better. Okay. So as I was saying, the Treasures of Pandaria. There are quite a few of them in each zone, and this really helps if you have flying, because obviously without flying, it's not really time conscientious to do this, but if you do have flying and this is an ult you're leveling, then this becomes very, very lucrative very quickly, because it also gives you a lot of gold. These are worth a good amount of gold each, like usually 100 gold each. So as you can see, there's a lucky Pandaren coin right there. Boop, 83,000 experience for clicking on that. That's it. Which is more than almost 3 quests. So, pretty nuts. Using the HandyNotes add-on with the Treasures of Pandaria, you can literally just fly around every zone. 83,000. You'll know if it's a Treasure of Pandaria and not just one of the regular treasures because they'll give a lot more XP. The non-Treasures of Pandaria don't give, like, hardly anything for XP. See? 82 already. And that was clicking on 2 treasures. That one gave 95,000 experience. Usually when you level, it gives more XP too. So if you wanted, you could probably hold off a little longer before doing this and like get to like 82 or 83 and then grab all the treasures, but So yeah, we're gonna go and grab all sorts of goodies and we'll see how much XP we get from all of it. And this should be the last one? Yes. Riches of Pandaria, got that again. Find all the treasures. Alright. So our end result is I was dicking around and killed rares for a bit, or tried to at least. That went a thing. They weren't really worth it. They took a while to kill, and they were only worth like 16,000 experience each, so probably not worth killing rares for XP. But we're at 85, pretty much and a half, 85 and a half, and we started at 81 and a half because I did 1.5 levels in the questing, but I had rested XP for that whole duration. I only had rested XP for a small amount of gathering these treasures, which does seem to affect them a little bit. So, still 4 levels for about 30, I'd say about 30 some odd minutes of work, 35 minutes total. I have 280 flying. If you had 310, you could probably shave it down a little more. And if you have the abilities like from Paladins and Death Knights where you get extra mounted speed, you can probably shave off another few minutes that way. Which, I didn't even finish the starting quest zone at all, or even the starting quest chain. I literally got to like the part where you help the dude find his eyes and rifle and stuff, which is like 7 quests in. And then just picked up treasures, and yeah, 85 and a half, not too bad. I'd consider that a worthy time investment. I mean, takes off half your leveling time in Pandaria. I would say really, I mean, just doing that first starting quest zone until you get to the point where the quests just aren't stacked up really quick and easy, and then picking up the treasures is pretty fast. If anything, after you do the starting quests, I'd probably just quest in Kunlai, since that's where most of the treasures are anyhow, so that way you can kind of quest while doing them, so you're kind of doing like a double whammy of getting XP from questing while getting the treasures. But there's quite a few in Jade Forest. There's like 1 in the Veiled Stair. There's like 1 or 2 between Krasarang and Dahlia of the Four Winds. There's a few in Townlong Steppes. Most of them are in Kunlai Summit though, so I would say that's probably the best area I'd quest in, and they're definitely worth grabbing. I mean, literally it's 4 levels for just clicking on things, which between that and the starting thing, literally you're already halfway through Pandaria and you haven't done more than like 6 quests. Can't really beat that. I'm gonna get this guy up to 90 really quick, and then I'll be showing you a trick that I know for a fact works absurdly well in Warlords of Draenor, because it's literally like maybe an hour and a half in Draenor and you're done. Might be even less than that at this point, honestly. I'll have to check on him. With war mode and all that, it's probably less than an hour. That one's really impressive. This one helps a bit. It's definitely better than questing in Cataclysm for the same level zone, just because these treasures, they're pretty nice. Anyways, this is the Red Rogue. I'll see you guys around.